Okay, so let's talk about the product rule. So basically the product rule is when you're taking the derivative of two functions that are being multiplied by each other. So what I do is I always label one of them as first and one of them as second. And then the rule is you take the derivative of the first one times the second plus the derivative of the second times the first. Now it doesn't really matter which way you write these with multiplying because it's commutative property. It doesn't matter the order you multiply things, but just make sure derivative of the first function times the original, derivative of the second function times the original. Okay, so let's look at an example. You have g of x equals the quantity x squared plus 3 times the quantity x squared minus 4x. So this is my first, this is my second. So the derivative of the first one, derivative of x squared is 2x, derivative of 3 is 0, so you just have 2x, times the second thing, so you just bring this down, plus derivative of the second, so the derivative of x squared is 2x, the derivative of negative 4x is negative 4, and then times the first, so you just bring this down. So then all you have to do, depending on if it's like a test or whatever, if this is how it looks, then there's your answer. If they simplify, you're just going to do some algebra, so you're going to do distributive property here, and you get 2x cubed minus 8x squared. You're going to FOIL over here, and you get 2x cubed plus 6x minus 4x squared minus 12. Then you combine like terms, and you get 4x cubed minus 12x squared plus 6x minus 12. Alright, so let's look at what product rule looks like with more complicated ones. So you're doing the square root of x times sine of x. So I rewrite square root of x as x to the 1/2 because it's easier to take derivatives that way. So the derivative of the first thing would be 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. Then you bring down sine of x. Plus derivative of the second thing. So derivative of sine of x is cosine. And then bring down the first, so x to the 1/2. And then you just simplify and multiply together. So I usually leave this alone, x to the negative 1/2, because you usually don't put square roots in the bottom of a fraction, so I just leave it like this. And then this one is cosine of x times x to the 1/2, so it's just square root of x times cosine of x. All right, and that's how you do product rule.